Hi, everyone. I am so happy to be here with you today for a restorative class. And this is focusing on the summer solstice. So before we get started, though, I just want to point out here that I have a smorgasbord of props. So please grab your blocks. Please get a chair if you have one available. You'll want some bolsters and lots of blankets, pillows, an eye pillow or a scarf or a towel to put over your eyes. So just make sure you grab all those props because we're going to be using them. All right. So just settle into whatever pose you prefer. I'm going to just be in Sukhasana for a few moments. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. If it does not feel comfortable, then just bring your gaze steadily a few inches in front of you. And we're just going to breathe and be right here and now and practice mindfulness. Dr. John Kabat-Zinn says that mindfulness is being in the present moment with intention right here and now without judgment. And so let's focus here and now on just breathing and being. Not trying to do anything, not trying to change anything, just breathing. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. And just listening to the sound of my voice as I tell you a little bit about the summer solstice. The summer solstice marks the longest day and shortest night of the year, when the sun reaches its highest peak in the sky. Spiritually and symbolically, it represents a time of illumination, of fullness, of vitality, and expansion. It's a moment to pause at that peak of the light, inviting us to acknowledge how far we've come these last 6 months since the winter solstice. Celebrate that growth and consciously choose how we move forward. So this class honors the fullness of light, the turning of the season, and the opportunity to pause, integrate, and receive. The solstice is not a moment for striving, but a reminder to bask, rest, and align with your natural rhythms. So just breathing and being right here, right now is all that we ask of you. Doing less in this practice, being more. So as we go throughout today's practice, it's going to be a lot of pause and stillness in poses, around the 10 to 12 minute mark for each pose. And so it's a lot of self-awareness and watching how your thoughts are, watching how your breath is, listening to that sound within. If any point in time you're feeling uncomfortable, come out of it and do what you need to do to recollect. So just placing one hand over your heart and the other hand over that hand, perhaps in the center of your chest, where you might need some loving intention today. And just setting an intention for your practice. Perhaps it's slowing down to receive, or maybe it's something else. Whatever that something is, just go ahead and say it 3 times in your mind's eye. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. Inhale and exhale. And on that next last inhale, we're just going to ask that you slowly start to flutter your eyes open if they've been closed. And if they have been open, that's okay too. Just releasing your hands down and just gently starting to transition. And as we transition here, I'm just going to ask that you bring yourself into a reclined heart opener. So that can be anything that you choose for it to be. So just grab bolsters, blocks, whatever you need for this. I'm going to grab my bolster and I'm going to bring it just beneath my shoulders. And I'm going to open up my wingspan. And the intention here is to really find a good heart opening pose where you're really bringing your chest as wide as it can be, opening up that space for the lungs to breathe more easily. And you can have your legs however you prefer and holding for 10 minutes. I'm choosing to keep mine up like this. However, you may choose a different route. Perhaps you want to bring a blanket underneath your knees and heart open this way. Or you may want to find Supta Baddha Konasana and using your blanket long ways or your blocks to just bring your legs to rest on it. So whatever version you find works best for you and your body for 10 minutes, just find that place and start to settle into it. And just breathe and be here. Allowing whatever you're holding to come up for you. Letting go of whatever it may be that is holding you into the past or the future. Throughout the practice today, I won't be talking as much as I do normally. So just know that I'm here. I'm with you. And I'll do a little check-in around the 5 to 6 minute mark for each pose. About another 3 minutes or so left. Continuing to just breathe and notice. Allowing your parasympathetic nervous system to engage and calm you down. Which can sometimes be, even in a restorative practice, challenging in these heart openers, especially if we're feeling particularly vulnerable. So if that's the case for you, just notice how you're feeling in this pose. And breathe through any discomfort that arises. And then gently taking your time to come out of this pose. Now your next pose is going to be side lying twist. And so again, take your time and transitioning from whatever version you've been in for your heart opener. And for this particular pose, I'm going to use my bolster to put between my legs. But first, I'm going to bring my feet wide to the edges of the mat. And I'll bring my prop out of the way here. And now with my legs wide or my feet wide and my knees wide, I'm going to gently roll myself over to my left side while bringing my arms out to a T all the way here. And remembering that this is similar to what you might experience in your vinyasa class for supine twist. It's a variation of that. So you're going to bring your gaze to look across the right shoulder since your legs are looking towards the left, or knees are towards the left. You're just going to settle into this pose and just allow your legs to soften against your bolster, or if you're using a blanket. Sometimes we might be holding some tension in that leg, as I'm noticing for myself. And so I'm gently just relaxing my legs down to the earth so that I'm not bringing really any sensation, but just releasing, not tightening. Submission to gravity is so key and restorative. Similar to our yin practice. Even though in this pose we're gently twisting the spine, we're also keeping that heart open to receive the radiance of the sun, that which gives us energy. And yet, this is the opportunity to bask in the warmth of the sun as you rest here to receive. To receive the joy and the celebration that you are enough and that you've done enough. And may that bring you peace. When you're ready, you can just gently start to make your way out of the side lying twist. And then just take your time making any adjustments that you need to make before you head over to your right side. So maybe you come up, maybe you don't. Does not matter. Everyone's different. I just want you to take your time and breathe and do the minimum. As little effort and as much ease as possible. So just finding your knees to the right side. And lowering them down into that twist. Making sure you're feeling supported on this side with a bolster or a blanket. Remembering to bring your arms out to a T. And then bringing your gaze over to the left side. And once again, just releasing every bit of effort and letting gravity do all the work. Ground into the earth and feel supported by it. T.S. Eliot said, at the still point of the turning world, there the dance is. Dance in the stillness. And breathe. Slowly start to make your way out of this pose. Perhaps placing your block to the side, doing whatever you need to do to transition. Maybe bringing yourself to a gentle, happy baby in stillness and breathing and being here. And then making your way up to a seated pose as we transition here. Again, taking your time. We are not in any rush at any point here. So we're going to find our chair, our next pose here. If you don't have a chair, then the idea is to bring your legs up supported. Perhaps you have a couch that you can bring your legs to. But the idea here is to just get those legs up. Optional blanket under your head. If you also would like an eye pillow or a scarf or a towel put over your eyes, you may do that as well. But just really visualize yourself here. Imagining soft golden light from the sun coming into your body and warming all of your temple that is this body. Feeling that joy as you welcome in the sunlight. You'll notice your body perhaps jerk a little. Just start to soften. Just allow returning to the intention that you set for your practice. Whenever you need to feel more grounded, your brain takes you to that chitta vritti, endless chatter. Just repeating that word or phrase in your mind to hold you into the here and now. Slowly starting to make your way out of this pose. No rush at all. Bringing your knees down off the mat. Slowly making your way up. And start to prepare yourself for your final resting pose, Shavasana. So for this final resting pose, we're going to do what's called Stonehenge Shavasana. So what Stonehenge Shavasana looks like is setting up your blocks for your feet. And again, if you don't have blocks, that's totally okay. Just find something like pillows, blankets, just so you're resting. The idea for this one is to almost feel like you're on the couch, okay? Just or on the bed with complete support, all right? So I'm gonna grab myself now also my place for my eye pillow. And then I'm going to grab my blankets here and I'm going to lay underneath my blankets and my pillow. So this will be for my back. I'm also going to get a blanket to put over me. I might even grab the bolster in case I need it here, and my other blanket in case I need it as well underneath me. So just feel nice and supported here completely. If you need to take some water before you lay in your final resting pose, Shavasana, go ahead and do that too. And just settle in here once you get all of your props on you. Allowing your toes to splay out to the outer edges of the mat, which will loosen up that lower back. Letting your arms just gently relax to your sides. And just playing around with whether or not you'd like your arms to look up towards the sun, or if you want your palms down towards the earth. Decide what makes you feel good in your body. And releasing all the tension you might be still holding on to during this practice from your jaw and your third eye, that place between your brow. Just release and receive. Allowing your breath to just be normal. Finding presence and just noticing the rise and fall of the chest. Each inhale, and with each exhale, just slowly starting to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, maybe gently creating little fists with your hands. And then slowly bringing your arms to stretch behind your head and neck. Bringing your inhale with the stretch. And then on the exhale, just slowly taking your eye pillow off if you had one. And bringing your knees into your chest. Maybe gently rocking side to side, side to side. And then with your eyes still closed, just making your way gently up to a seated position with your eyes still closed. Bringing your hands to Anjali Mudra at heart center, bowing your head to your heart, thanking yourself for showing up to the practice today. The summer solstice offers more than light. It also offers perspective. A reminder to slow down, to receive, and to let your internal light guide you. May you move into the new season with spaciousness, serenity, and quiet radiance. The teacher in me bows to the teacher in you. Namaste. Thanks for showing up for you today. If you liked this practice, please like it, comment, and consider sharing it with friends. And feel free to follow me here on YouTube or on any of my social media from Facebook to Instagram and LinkedIn. I'm the Dancing Warrior Yoga. Breathe, lead, and succeed. Namaste.